How do we become aware of energy? Well, quite simply, we're actually always aware of energy, but much of our awareness of energy goes on at a subconscious level. We have vast information processing power, only very little of which we do consciously. And our consciousness, we put on specific things, our day-to-day activities, and we focus and we're consciously aware of those things. But unconsciously, we are processing a whole lot more. So how do we become aware of energy? We need to put our conscious awareness onto it. And so the meditations that you've been doing, the Qigong practices within the Long White Cloud Qigong courses help you to do this, to consciously put your awareness and your focus onto different types of energy so that you can become aware of it. As well as this, it is helpful to tap into that vast processing power of the subconscious mind. And so we want to put ourselves into a state where we're on the borderline between conscious and unconscious to begin with. Later on, as we practice more, we become more and more aware consciously. But to begin with, we want to bring our conscious mind and bring it so it just comes into contact with the subconscious. The subconscious is, very active when we're asleep and so on. And so we can use that as a comparison, that borderline between being awake and being asleep. And when we do this, we start to become aware of all sorts of things that have been going on around us all the time, but we just weren't aware of. Another analogy for this is if you think of sunrise and sunset. These are the times between night and day, so day being conscious and night being unconscious. If we're living a natural life, that's what we'd sleep at night and we'd be awake during the day. At this time of sunrise and sunset, you're just at the borderline between the two. And what happens then? We often get these amazing displays of colour in sunrises and sunsets. And we become more aware of light and its effect around us, and we can see these amazing things. And doing our meditation, practicing our Qigong, in a way is like putting us in that sunrise and sunset state where we can start to experience things that we may not normally experience or be aware of in our day-to-day living and environment. So that also is another good reason for why sunrise and sunset are really great times to do your Qigong. Naturally, for the energy of the environment around you, it's making that change from yin to yang, conscious to unconscious. Also, your body is also moving through that stage from night to day, from unconscious to conscious. And it puts you naturally already in a good state for starting to have this awareness of energy. We do other things as well to help us with that. The breathing that you're doing as part of these meditations, where you slow the breathing down and you tune into the rhythm of the universe, that as well, by moving into that slower breathing state, helps you to find that point where you can use your subconscious processing power and put your awareness onto things that otherwise you normally wouldn't be aware of. So I hope that helps you to understand some of what's going on behind some of the practices that help you to become aware of energy.